So I'm going to chat to you a little bit about the crampons I wear when I'm icefall climbing in the winter, so when I'm climbing that steeper ice. And my go-to crampon really is the Petzl Dartwin. Now the Dartwin is the dart with the two vertical front points. They make a dart which has that sort of mono vertical front point, but I really enjoy climbing and prefer the sort of two vertical front points. But the key bit is that the front points are vertical. You know, they're not the same front points as maybe you'd see on a general alpine mountaineering crampon where those front points are flat. Now those front points, those flat points are great in snow for climbing those easy snow slopes, but you know, on hard ice those flat points just sort of skate around. So you really need, and I'd advise, you know, for you to have crampons with those vertical front points that also have these teeth underneath that bite into the ice and gives you the security you need when you climb in the steeper ground. But you can see here, you know, they look very much like a lot of other style of crampons in terms of they have this sort of front section here that's joined together with this sort of central bar that joins this heel section, and it's that bar that the heel then slides backwards and forwards on, so you can actually adjust this crampon to fit your boot. They've got a wire bail here as well that fits in the sort of toe welt at the front of your boot, and then at the back here they've got this sort of lever lock system that levers and locks into the heel of your boot to secure this crampon onto it. You know, they've made an upgrade to these crampons now, which I think is a great addition. They've added an anti-ball plate also to the front section there. I've got one on the heel piece but not on this generation at the front. So these anti-ball plates, you know, reduce the sort of build-up of that sort of wet snow underneath your crampons, so you can continue to sort of have that security when you're walking around on that flatter terrain. So in the new Dartwins and the new darts have the anti-ball plate at the front there, which is a great addition. But if I take a pair of my boots, or one of my boots here, you can see that this crampon is slightly shaped. This is for my left boot. So I'm going to place my left boot into the sort of toe bail there, and the toe bail fits over the sort of that front welt there at the front of my boot at the toe. And then at the back here you can see that, you know, where I've got this sort of welt on the heel, this sort of lever lock system just kind of levers and sort of locks in place and sort of snaps tight the crampon onto my boot, as you can see here. Now when you're putting the crampons on, there is a left and right side, but also indicated with that is that the buckles are always, you know, fixed and tightened up on the outside of the boot, so that when you're walking you sort of don't trip up on that buckle. So the strap just comes around your ankle and then does up at the side here through this sort of simple buckle system through, and then it just sort of splits and then comes back on itself to sort of tighten up then around the ankle of your boot. So you can see here that, you know, we've got those sort of 10 points, you know, facing down in the snow or ice as you're walking around, and then you've got those sort of two vertical points there that you can kick into the ice with the teeth below those points to give you the security you need when you're climbing that steep ice. So these are great, you know, icefall climbing crampons. They're very, very lightweight, and I really like wearing these, you know, when I'm ice climbing in the winter.